Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Rizan and I'm a second year architecture student, and today I will presenting my final project for this semester, which is the SENSORIUM of Learning Center. For the introduction, I will explain the project statement. The proposed building program is learning center that will provide the place and space for students, creating the new idea and knowledge with exciting and interesting experience in their learning activities. The purpose of learning center in Taman Anggerik Emas will also provide the flexible space and facilities that can adopt and adapt to the neighbourhood program. This proposed site is located at Taman Anggerik Emas, Skudai, Johor. For the aim of the design is to propose the learning center is created to unlock the creative potential of the children and to support their growth of the children through the human five sense and the various of the environment that allow them to develop their skill in interactive learning program. So here have a few objectives of the design. The first is creating the learning space for community interaction connection by open plaza or courtyard. And second is to promoting the new based learning education system through the human five sense in various space and program. And the third is to provide leisure space for the interactive learning space connected with natural element, provide disabled facilities such as ramp, parking, path, and the toilet, which is the universal design. To control surrounding with passive environmental design by using the green technology and natural effects. Okay, going on to the design concept. For this building, I'm using the sensory perception, which is the human five sense with the touch, hears, sight, and smell element. The human perception is based on the five senses. The textures and material around us greatly influence our tactile perception. A beautiful tower with lots of the natural light provide us peace, color affect our mood, and can even promote mental health. Bringing nature into the developed place is peaceful and refreshing. Our olfactory nerve detect the fragrance of the natural lights, natural elements such as dirt and blossom plant. Acoustic are meant to keep thought and communication clear. The sounds and feel of the wind rushing through a series of cool and may relaxes. For the site planning, the ingress is located at the furthest point from the intersection main road junction to avoid the traffic flow congestion. And I propose for the one loop system for the entry, park, and exit point. The infrared and declaration lane are provided from the main road to encourage smooth traffic flow. I also have proposed 3 points of accessibility into the proposed site. First is by using the normal vehicle, which is the car and motorcycle. Second is bicycle lane, and the third is the pedestrian walkway. For the pedestrian walkway, I have proposed to the nearest point from the neighbourhood context, which is linked to the Southern University College and SMK Impian Emas into the proposed site. From the northwest of the site, as you can see here, the number 4, I have proposed the large area for the landscape park, and also I have located the sculpture park and happy tree house. This purpose is for the maintain the soil improvement at that point, because the steep contour nearby the proposed site will probably become one of the dangerous spot. This is also proposed has a buffer zone to reduce the noise and smell pollution from the nearest school and also the main road junction. For the site response, I have categorized with 5 parts. The first is sun path, to approaching the maximized use of the sunlight and advantage of playing with light in the daily effects. The second is wind velocity, design maximize natural and cross ventilation effect for the different direction. The entry point to propose 2 points of accessibility through the main road access and pedestrian walkway linked to the neighbourhood context. The fourth is site condition, the advantage of existing green area on the surrounding the proposed site, view creating shade and buffer zone creating sense of nature. The last is view from site, the positive view towards SMK Impian Emas and main road junction, and also the Southern University College as a clear view. And propose the main focal building from the main road junction. Okay, for the design issues, I categorize with 2 parts. The first is physical site issues, is more on the site condition, which is don't have a proper pedestrian walkways linked to the neighbourhood context into the proposed site, and the proposed site also surrounded by wheel and unguarded plant, and the steep contour nearby the proposed site will probably become one of the dangerous spot. The second issues is the social issues. This is the main issues that I need to highlight for this learning center. These issues is on the social development problem. So this problem I get from the neighborhood demographic, which is the proposed site is surrounded by the residential area, and the population of family category is very high. So the social development problem is come from many of factors, which is the first is family based education in poor condition, lack of communication between the parents and also their children. Okay, for the user study, I have choose for the primary school category. This category, children that curious about everything in their environment, in their needs. Some of them come with many of character, which is the shyness, fear of rejection. Some of them introvert, extrovert, self-isolation. Some of them also egocentric and very quiet. So from the issue that I get is, which is the social issues, social development problem, I need to improve their learning-based education system, which is to develop and improve their socially, intellectually, and emotionally, and also to create the new idea, knowledge, and creativity through this learning center. For the form development, I have create into three parts. The first is volumetry layout. It's from basic form of rectangular and cylinder by using the centralized organization of the spatial layout. The second is rotating and mesh form orientation to respond to slight context of wind direction to create the cross ventilation and stack effect over the open space and courtyard. The mesh form orientation and positioning based on the circulation and view that connect to people and through the emotion visually and physically. So the third is separate program description, the separate organization program and make clear programmatic to create the main access point from the surrounding, provide large and intimate gathering space. For this beautiful perspective, I need to show a view from the side entrance that I need to create a harmonious environment by combining contemporary architecture with large greenery, while also making a magnificent first impression on the visitor to creating sense of welcoming into this learning center. For the present study, I have choose three types of building. The first is Academy of Forest and Culture at Nagoya, Japan by architect Kuma. This is a building I implement based on the structural and material system that Kuma designed. So the second is National Science Center Kuala Lumpur, located at Bukit Kiara, Kuala Lumpur. The National Science Center building is a national landmark of the learning center and through a unique and scientific design. So I choose for implement the programmatic from this building. So the last is Origin Zoo Learning Center Portland. This designed by architect Opsis Architecture. This building is very good and recognized based on the sustainability and green technology system. Okay, moving on to the ground floor plan. For the space planning and program, I'm created based on the sensory perception through the architecture space and material, which is a smell, sight, touch, taste, and hear. From the drop-off point, the user going into the lobby area acts a connector for the reception, lounge, and all other spaces. And also the individual path, internalized sensory experience, belonging, and relating to the environment, engaging their physical body with architectures. Then the user can see the hue structure of the central courtyard with the opening of the nature material that can influence their sense of smell and also triggering memories to connecting with the environment. The space for mini cafe can create the sense of taste at this point, which is the user can use as a point for the gathering, socializing, eating and drinking activities. The sense of sight will happen at this art and performance space, the large of opening, and also I provide the see-through ventilation block, make a visual directing into the landscape or park view area. In this space, the painting and displaying art will happen. For the main space of this building is the learning center, is community learning space. I propose the flexible activities of learning with the flexible furnitures, and many of color using for the floor pattern design that can influence their emotion, and also the surface material of timber create a sense of touch in this place. At the back side of this plan or space are provided as the services and utilities zone. I have proposed two main staircase. One is a compartment, another one is a feature staircase to connect people between the vertical level. Okay, going to the first floor plan. For the community learning space, I also provide in this level, and the user can directly connect from the below space into this upper space through the central playground that I propose at this community learning space. I also propose the counseling room as the main space of this learning center, which is to getting advice and meditation activities. The private community reading space are also provided. The user who need more private learning space, this reading space very comfortable, and they also can see through the all activities outside landscape park area and creating sense of connection between the indoor and outdoor area. Another supported are provide, which is office area, the administration program are happen into this space. Okay, going to this the perspective, this is the view from the area view that I need to show the unique of the building form within the site context, contribute a modern architecture, and combine with the lush greenery to create a new experience and quality of life, and also a new landmark of Taman Anggerik Emas and also Taman Emas. Okay, let's to the third board. As you can see here, I provide the interior perspective on my presentation, which is the green courtyard. The green courtyard has a aesthetically pleasing structure, which is wood with a natural color, combined with the glass element, with a plenty of natural light, bring the tranquility within earth into these spaces. So next is the 3D exploded. I need to show the series of the program and also the exploded of the system and the structural system. Okay, the ground level, as you can see here, the central atrium, it has a central point and gateway to the building, and user can see through directly from the entrance. So I also name it as a breathing atrium because of the concept of created a natural cross and stack effect, along with the profiling the air quality through the uses of specific plant. So the tree house also I locate around the sculpture and landscape area. Going to the first floor level, the double volume provide the flexible optimizing natural light and air quality and also circulation. So the blue color that I need to show the flow of cold water supply. Okay, for the facade structure, I combine with the timber and also the glass fiber reinforced concrete (GRC) as a cladding shading device. So for the roof structure, I use a conventional timber construction and metal deck at the top of the roof. So skylight are introduced at the central courtyard, bringing a light into the building space. And I also provide the solar panel at the highest point, ensuring maximum exposure to the sunlight. And next is front elevation and side elevation. This view I need to show the form of the building and also the facade and the opening of this learning center. Okay, going to the last board of this presentation. The interior perspective that I show is the main of space in this building, which is the community learning space. This community learning space is the goal to increase the flexibility of the learning area based on perception by using color that may alter emotion, texture, and substance of wood to create a sensation of touch in these learning spaces. So, and also I have shown the community reading space is more colorful and private, and art performance space with a beautiful of natural light, see through the spaces, and also the outdoor landscape area. So for the detail section, I cut at the central courtyard because the central courtyard I'm using the conventional timber construction, and also the floor for the corridor area at the first floor. I also provide the two special detail. The first is I need to show the connection between the timber flooring system and into the timber structural column. The detail 2, I need to show the main structural column, which is the timber structure connect or supported by RC based foundation. So, and also using the steel material to has a supporter for the timber column. Last is section XX and YY. I showed the cut of all spaces, and that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much.